and on we'll go through the wastelands.
Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and here today we've got the 2020 Toyota Hilux SR5. So let's check it out. So the owner has spent quite a bit on this ute, and it's set up for camping, and I will leave all the details about all the accessories down in the description for you. So we'll start with the IRONMAN BULLBAR. You've also got the twin STEDI spotlights. You have the 12,000 pound winch and the Toyota badge in the middle. It's probably the only thing that's stock up the front here, and you've got the LED daytime running lights and headlights along with the driving lights, and they're part of the IRONMAN bar. It's had a 2-inch lift kit as well. Now what are your thoughts on this Hilux, this setup? Let me know in the comments. So you do have the side rails there as well as the aftermarket side steps. Now the wheels here are 18 by 9. AXR series off-road, and they've got that black piano trim with the silver pieces there, and I think they look very, very tough. We do have the TJM snorkel, and like I said, the aftermarket side steps there. Now we also have a plexiglass canopy, and if you have a look further up, you do have a roller rack. It's a Titan one, and the owner has fitted a solar panel up the top there. Now if you look at these little LED lights just here, as I said, this is set up for camping, and these do open. So there's actually a little switch just here, and there you go. That's pretty cool. Right, so we'll come around to the back. Now you've got the Toyota badge there, Hilux SR5. You've got the reverse camera, and then further down, sort of breaking up, the Toyota's done the sort of chrome looking parts of the bumper, and then you've got the genuine Toyota tow bar, which will tow 3.5 tons. Now we'll move around this side. We do have an awning, if you can see there, XTM awning, so it is set up rather well. And you also do have the same button just in here that you can open the sides of the canopy. Again, a very nice touch. All right, let's go and have a look inside. All right, just inside the SR5. And it seems quite a bit more upmarket in here than the older ones, which is nice. The dash is quite curvy. Sort of still have hard dashes. They sort of hadn't quite got to soft dashes just yet. Even the door trims are very hard plastic there. But I guess what works for Toyota works. So, to the right of the steering wheel, you've got your engine start stop, you do have your idle up, and you've got your REDARC brake controller there, and under that you do have your fuel release door and your bonnet release as well. So the steering wheel, it's not too bad. You've got your audio and phone controls on the left, and you've got your menu controls on the right, and below that you do have your cruise control button, which is active cruise. Now I'll just go through a couple of the menus there. You've got your trip computers there, your eco indicator. You've also got the navigation screen. You can see what audio you're listening to, what safety bits are on, and if there's any issues with the car, it will come up there, as well as the settings. So you've got a big instrument cluster there with analog tacho and speedo there. Unfortunately, you didn't get the digital speedos until the later models, which I reckon they should have done. So you do have the auto headlights and auto wipers. So we'll come to the media center. Now you've got a CD player there. On the home screen, it actually looks very dated. As you know, I'm not a big fan of these screens, these old Toyota screens. I think they're a bit clunky and whatnot, but we'll go to the menu there and you've got your navigation, its own one, so we'll just go into that and show you. And I think it looks a bit old school, old and outdated. I really do. Toyota have got a new screen out in some of the newer models that I have done, like the Corolla, Corolla Cross, things like that. And they will follow suit in all the other cars eventually, which I think is a great thing, as this radio is sort of done and dusted, I think. So you've got your telephone there, Bluetooth audio as well. You've got your eco screen there that you can check out, and you've also got your setup screen or settings for all different bits and pieces there. So further down you've got your air conditioning controls there. They got the knobs, again I'm partial to that, very easy to use. And then to the right of that you do have your forward drive control. You've got high 2, high 4, and you can go into low 4 should you wish for your needs. Now below that you've got a 12 volt plug, a USB, you've got seat heaters for the 2 front occupants, you've got your traction control, your downhill assist, and you've got your rear diff lock, as well as another 12 volt plug there. So further down you've got a little bit of storage for like pens or your phone, whatnot. You've got 2 big cup holders. And then we come to the gear selector again, very straightforward. If I pop it into reverse there, you can see the reverse camera comes on, and it is it's reasonably clear actually, I'll be honest. You do get a fair vision, a good field of vision as well. Now you do get your eco mode and power mode there, should you wish to utilize them in traffic. Now further back you do have another bit of storage there, and you do have a proper handbrake, not like these finger brakes that have. This is an old school car and they put an old school handbrake in, so I like that. Now the center armrest, very, very comfortable. You got white stitching on it, and if we have a look inside, you've got a fair amount of space. The owner has filled it with a lot of goodies. Now you've got sort of twin glove boxes here. Now you've got the normal glove box there, which has a fair bit of space. It's got the books in it, plus a fair bit of other bits and pieces. And if we open the top one, you can see you do have another bit of storage there as well. All right, let's jump in the back and see what the back's like. All right, just in the back of the SR5. And first impressions is it's not that roomy in here. Now I'm 6'1" or 185 centimeters. And if you have a look, I'm just about touching the roof, if you can see that. Now, knee room, I've got to have my knees to the side of the seat because it's not very good, and leg room and foot room isn't that good as well. Now, this is set up for me in my position, but if there was someone smaller, then it would be a lot easier for me. Now, you do have ISOFIX spots, 2 there and 2 behind me. And if we have a look here, this has got a seat cover on as well, and it goes over the middle armrest there, but you still get the opening for the twin cup holders there as well. And it's nice and soft. So we can close that back up. Now, the rear passengers get air vents, and that's it. You do get map pockets, which is good having it in the seat covers. I quite like that. Most seat covers don't give you that option. All right, let's go and have a look in the back. All right, so just around the back of the Hilux. Let's just open that up. Now I wanted to show you this. Normally if I open this, it will just slam down, but I just wanted to show you something. Take my hands away. So the owner's actually fitted the tailgate assist with this, which comes in very, very handy. All right, so we've got a few things in the back here. Got the fridge. There is a water tank right up the front there, and also you can slide the fridge out like that. easy access. Now underneath you do have the two TITON drawers there, and they come out quite wide or quite lengthy, so you can fit a fair bit of stuff in them. Same as that side. And this one you do get a table or a bench or something to lean on should you need. So you've got a couple of switches for the external lights on either side, either the outside there. And you've also got this, which is a shower. And there is even a pump in the middle there that turns that on. You do also get two USBs in there for charging. So again, it's set up very, very well. All right, let's go and have a look under the bonnet. All right, just under the bonnet of the Hilux SR5. Now here we have a 2.8 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine, and it produces 130 kilowatts of power and 450 newton meters of torque, and that's mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission that drives the rear wheels. Now Toyota claims the SR5 uses 8.5 litres per 100 kilometres, which I think is really good for a vehicle this size. Now, a couple of things I just wanted to point out to you the owner has done is the owner's got a dual battery setup. As you can see here, there's the normal battery and the second deep cycle battery there. Also, the owner has put in a REDARC brake controller, and you've also got access there to engage or disengage the winch should you want to use it manually. But I will leave all those details down below in the description. All right, let's go for a drive. All right guys, I'm gonna go for a drive in the SR5, so let's go. So vision at the front is great. The rear vision mirror is up high, and speaking of rear vision, it's actually pretty good with the canopy on the back. The window is nice and wide, and you do have your reverse camera for the depth there when parking. So it does make that a little bit easier. So vision out the sides, yeah, is pretty good. Even all the way back where the canopy sits, you can still get a little bit of vision out of there, which is great. And the mirrors are big enough and wide enough, and you get a good field of vision out of them as well. So driving around, you sit quite high. Obviously, this has been lifted. And like I said, I will leave all the details in the description below, so you be able to know exactly what's been done to this car. Now, it feels nice on the road. The owner has obviously, like you saw in the back, has got like the fridge and the drawers and also the canopy on the back. So it does make it, and he's got the water tank too, so obviously it does weigh the car down. And I think it actually makes an improvement in the SR5. Now I've tested a normal SR5 and I didn't like it. It rode really badly. Every little bump, you nearly got thrown around the car, or the car nearly got thrown around, and I wasn't really too impressed. But add some weight to it and it actually starts to feel a lot nicer to drive. You still feel the bumps. Obviously it's still it's set up for going off-road and camping, so you're still going to feel the bumps there, but they're not as bad. They've been they're a bit more cushioned with a little bit of weight in the back. So the steering is pretty good actually. It's pretty sort of point and shoot with the Hilux, which I'm pretty impressed with, as it's got bigger tyres and wheels on it than standard. And even though it does have bigger wheels, you might think, oh, it might struggle a bit. You don't really feel that. The torque band's still there. Sort of feel like you're king of the road in this one. And even when you come to up hills like we are now, put your foot into it and you keep the speed up the hill, no problems. So I'm very impressed with the Hilux overall. The ride quality has gotten better thanks to the owner's modifications. And yeah, it's got the torque to get up the hills, even with all the extra weight. I think it feels very nice. So yeah guys, I'm very impressed with this one. So what's the performance like from the 2.8 litre diesel if you needed to get out in traffic or out on the highway sort of quickly? Well, let's go and have a look. Yeah, look, it doesn't take off too badly, guys. I mean, obviously with diesels, like I said before, it's not really good to just plant them off the line. You sort of need to like get them off the line lightly and then get into the power, and then you'll notice that the Hilux will, like if we're rolling and now that's a lot better, that took off a lot better then. So look, performance wise, I think it's pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with it. If you use the power correctly, it goes really, really well, and it just rides on that wave of torque, which I think is yeah, it's really, really good. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, thanks guys.